Welcome back to VR Man Cave. In this video, we're gonna have a look at the best VR action games available right now on Steam VR. And while I had to include some obvious titles because they deserve to be included, I found some hidden gems too that no one really talks about, so there should be something in here for everyone. Now, enough chit chat, let's go! Half-Life Alyx. It's a pretty obvious way to start the video, I know, but in case you have a VR-capable PC, you absolutely need to get it. I was curious recently about how much it cost to develop, and I've gotta say I was a bit shocked. Because it's estimated to have ranged somewhere between $29 million and a whopping 75 mil. So it kinda brings things into perspective when we all wonder why developers don't make more games like Alyx. And it's simply because most studios can't afford it yet. There's not much I can tell you that you don't already know, so if you want to play the best VR game ever made, jump into Alyx Vance's shoes and dive right in this masterpiece. You'll love it.
You're gonna need a gun! Don't worry, it's unloaded. It's unloaded now!
Karnage Chronicles. This game is an action-adventure RPG game. Phew, that was a mouthful. Anyway, this game revolves around a character named Murkwraith, who has become an undying knight after being cursed to unending slavery due to the sins he committed billions of years ago. Oof, I don't know why, but that just gave me chills. Little old Murky must be really having a bad time. But thankfully, you can play with up to 3 other friends and help the poor sucker out. Which makes it that much more fun when experiencing this adventurous journey through dreadful dungeons filled with monsters, treasures, and many surprises sprinkled along the way. So share this video with your friends and enjoy the game together. Boneworks. On the off chance you've never heard of it before, this one is basically physics simulation HQ when it comes to VR games. Boneworks has a pretty good narrative too.
You're heading to the tower to reset. I couldn't let you think you were the only one who saw it.
But where it shines is in its VR mechanics, because you can grab and interact with everything you see around you, and that classic "I wonder if I can do this" question that we've all had at some point will reward you with a resounding yes every single time in this game. You'll have various puzzles to solve and of course a lot of weapons, from hammers, spears, axes, and various firearms to more, well, unusual equipment that I'll let you discover on your own. So if you want a no-limits game that will make you really understand the potential of VR through humor, frustration, and the pure childish joy of doing stuff that is completely socially unacceptable, then get Boneworks right now. IronWolf VR. I'd probably put this in the action simulation genre, because IronWolf VR is a room-scale submarine game with full motion controls that can be played solo or in online co-op, and obviously this second option is where it really shines. Each part of the submarine has been crafted for an ideal VR experience since it was built from the ground up for VR. And I loved one Steam review in particular, which starts with 10 out of 10, I had the most immersive and emotional death in a video game ever. Got hit by a depth charge and started flushing the ballast tanks to slow our sinking. My friend panicked and threw the balanced lever by mistake, and we drained our pressurized air and slammed into the seabed. End quote. So as you can see, it's very well made and pretty intense. And I'd honestly recommend this over similar games. Well, unless you're claustrophobic, I guess. In which case, I have other titles in this video that would be a better fit for you. Zero Caliber VR. Me and Bogdan have recently tried the co-op mode in the new Quest 2 standalone version, Zero Caliber Reloaded. And while there is still some work to be done to make it perfect, the mechanics are some of the most natural ones I've seen in a VR game to date. From being able to slap your empty mag with the new one when reloading, to how you put on attachments. As I was saying earlier with Boneworks, it's just extremely satisfying to try something and have it actually work. Oh, and you can also pull the pins on grenades with your mouth, which is a really awesome mechanic and very useful since you can throw grenades one-handed and hold your weapon in the other hand. I would probably put it somewhere in between Call of Duty and Counter-Strike from a feel perspective. So if you're a fan of either, try out Zero Caliber, you won't be disappointed. Propagation VR. This one provides a great horror action experience where you have to survive through the zombie apocalypse by using not only guns but also your bare hands. You'll need to carefully study your enemies and find their weaknesses to ensure you fight accordingly and stay alive. You can play the game along with your friends where you are trapped in a subway and have to make your way through the apocalypse. The surprising thing is that even though this game is very well polished, it's completely free, and the only thing you need to pay for, but totally worth it in my opinion, is the co-op expansion that allows you to play with friends. But you can usually find it for under $10, so it's an absolute must. Plus, you'd be supporting the excellent job that the developers have done, so give it a go ASAP because it's one of the best zombie action games available right now. Until You Fall. I honestly don't know why this one doesn't get more attention. Because it's a roguelite hack-and-slash sword fighting game that has a simple yet very immersive gameplay. You'll be able to strike, block, cast spells, and dodge your way deeper and deeper into the heart of a neon fantasy world, filled with magic-infused monsters, all of this while listening to an awesome synthwave soundtrack, which you can even download completely for free from Steam to listen to when sending boring work emails or joining your math class on Zoom. The game is super fun and I'd gladly recommend it to anyone who owns a VR headset. And there's even a standalone Quest version if you don't have a VR-ready PC. The Wizards: Dark Times. The first game in this series was very well received for its innovative gesture-based spellcasting mechanic. And now, with an even better, updated gesture-based spellcasting scheme, new world encounters, more difficult foes, and of course better graphics, the franchise returns with the sequel, Dark Times. Put on your VR headset and embark on a new precarious journey through Meliora's plague-ridden realm. Your body may be weak, but your strength is limitless. Discover and master 11 unique spells, each with its own set of abilities and effects. The reviews on Steam are very positive and I fully agree with them. So I recommend trying this one out because you'll really feel like a god as your powers grow and develop throughout it. And it's an awesome experience to have in VR. What are your favorite VR action titles? Let me know in the comments below and consider helping the channel by liking the video and subscribing. It matters way more than you think. Here are a few suggestions here and here if you want to watch more content from us. Have a fantastic day and I'll see you soon. Cheers!